All right, so this is to kind of get used to what the camera looks like. So here's the camera right here. Pretty straightforward. Something you'll kind of find that happens often is this kind of pops off. So if you look right here, we can kind of see there's these two buttons on the sides. There's one there and one there. What you do is you squeeze both sides and then you go right on this top right here. You go on just like that. You'll find that that kind of pops off all the time. I guess you just kind of gotta pay attention to that. And then here's where the batteries are, right here in the side, right here. They go like that, and they're chargeable ones you can find in the lab. And we take them out every day, and then we put them on in the morning. So you have to do this every time. Put them in, close it on, and then you gotta turn it on. Little switch just right here. Perfect. Lift this up just a little bit more for us. There we go. And then you're gonna see right here that right now it says ETTL, and that is for when we're taking intraoral cameras. So that's what you want when you're taking pictures of the inside of the mouth at the teeth. But to take extraoral, you want to push mode right there until it says M, and then it's either going to say 1.1 or 1.4. So if you take the batteries out, it says 1.4 right now, and that's what we want. And to change that, you just push this select button right here, and then that starts flashing. And you can go plus to make it bigger or smaller. And what we want is that to be at 1.14, and then you hit select. Perfect, just like that. And now we need to do, you have to work on the camera a little bit to get the pictures that we take on the outside. So this is what the settings we're looking at for the outside. So right here is the on and off switch. You want to turn it on, just right there. Right there. And none of these things, we don't really ever change those, so you never have to worry about that. Oh, yeah. So right there on the on button, you don't want to go all the way there, like I just did. So right there. And then you can see that right now it is saying F22, and that's for intro, so we want to change that. So what you do is you push this button right here. You gotta push it down and hold in it, and at the same time you flip it up with your finger. There's a little dial right here, and I can rotate it either way, and then you can see that that number changes. And when you're taking pictures on the outside, you want to be to F5.6. So I'm just rotating that till it gets to F.56. And I was holding this button right here down the whole time. So you can see how it kind of changes that right there. So we have to have those arrows next to there, and then I can rotate that to change it. But I want it on F.56, just like that. And then that's how I take the extra roll pictures. Now, like we said, and then you're gonna have them stand in front of the light box and make sure the light box is on. And then when you take extra roll ones, I want you guys to turn the camera so it's in this orientation. And then when you're looking at the patient, I'll put it up here so you can see. Right there, that's about where I want her to look when I'm taking the picture of her. And you can see how it's a big white in the back, but then her face is also white. And so you just turn the camera like this. And then when you're looking through the lens, there actually will be a little light that you can, red light that will be able to focus. And what you do is you half push down on this, you'll hear a little beep, like that. It means that it's focused. And what you want to do is when you're holding it like this and looking through the lens and they're standing there, you want to have that red dot focus on their eye. And then once that beep happens, then just slowly slide where that center was, right to the center of their face, and then fully hold down the button, and then that will take the picture. You'll take the three pictures. The one of them looking straight at you, biting down, relaxed face, one big smile, exaggerated smile, and then the last one is looking to the left, 90 degrees, and then those are the three intraoral pictures. So now we want to take the pictures for inside the mouth. And so the number one thing is to get our exposure right for our light, we have to change this. And so all you do is just hit mode. And then that you can see right there that it goes to ETTL. And then that's what we want there. And then we got to change also the camera that we have right here. Our f-stop is wrong because now we want it to be focused on all the teeth. So we have to change that. And again, how we do that is we push this button right here. And then you can see those numbers, the little orange things get right over the F.56, and then we're going to take this thing and rotate it until we get to F22. And then that's what we want to see when we're looking at taking pictures of the inside the mouth. Just like that. And then we just take the pictures. And then this one, you'll hold the camera like this, not like that. So you hold it just like that to take the pictures. So now these are what I want the pictures then to look like. Maybe redo that one just with the eyes, but that's where we're looking at her just directly at us. And then the next one will be with a big exaggerated smile. Again, what I want to do is focus right on the eye and then slowly bring it to the center of the face like that. Now when we're looking at this one, what we want to have to happen is there's a line that goes from your ear pretty much right to the bottom of the eye right here, or you can kind of imagine where her teeth are lined up right there. I want that to be parallel with the floor. So sometimes you have to move their chin up and down. Her chin's probably a little bit up, but not too bad. And that's one you want to have. And then you want to just focus right in the eye and then move it to the center of the face and take the picture. Now when we're looking at the intraoral ones, this is what we want to look at when we're taking an intraoral. So some things to try to look at is make sure that all the teeth are in focus, and that's where you get the F22. You get everything in focus. And when I was focusing on it, I was focusing right there in the center of the tooth, and then I slide right here to the center of the teeth. And then the big thing is when they're pulling on the cheek retractors here, you want to make sure that they don't invert the lips or pull the lips, so then the lips will come up to here and they'll block this tissue. So I need to be able to see this tissue and then this tissue right here. And that's where you have them when they're holding the cheek retractors, and then you have them actually hold it so it comes out towards you a little bit better for us, and then we can actually more see that. And then again, I want to try to be right parallel with the occlusal plane, so I don't want to be taking the picture from down here or taking the picture from up here. I want to try to be right even with where the plane of her teeth. If I had like a ruler right here, whatever that angle came out, the teeth want to be parallel to that. Now when we look at the side, this is what I'm looking at. So I want to be able to see the first molar right here, and then looking at the premolars right here, and then the canine. Because what I'm trying to see is I'm trying to figure out what the bite is like, and then I also want to see what the overjet is like. And so this is where I have them just relax right here, and then I pull really, really hard back here, and so I can get it. What we don't want to have happen is taking the picture at more of an angle looking right here, because then it kind of masks really what's going on back here. So the more you can get right perpendicular or looking straight on to these premolars right here, then the better that I'll be able to see exactly what's going on. And then we look at the other side, same kind of thing. So we want to be able to see just a little bit of the first molar, and then try to get right onto those premolars and then the canine, so we can see the overjet. Ideally, you want to just barely be able to see what we call the contralateral, or just the front tooth on the other side. So now we're looking at the top. This is where you want to have them. So you can see right here, this is the teeth, and this is the mirror. And so what I'm trying to do here is make it so I can get the lips out of the way. And so that's where we have them pull out there. And then I'm trying to get so I can see somewhat of the second molars right there. And so when I was looking at the camera, what I was doing is focusing right there on the premolars and then sliding it over to the front to take that picture. So we have a good representation of exactly what's going on. And then looking at the bottom, here's the bottom, same thing. You have them, this is the real teeth down here. You can see she's pulling down right there. And then I put the mirror in. Ideally also you want to be able to try to see the second molars. It just makes it easier to see everything. And again, you focus right here on the premolars and then bring it to the center and then take your picture. And then that's all the pictures that we need. And then you bring it over to this computer in the console room. Then this is where you upload them. I know you guys are going to do great. Thanks.
Okay.
Alrighty, so first we're going to take the pictures that are on the outside. So first you got to turn the camera on right here. Like that, turn the camera on. And you got to turn this one on right here. And for extra raw ones, you got to push the mode. Then push select. We have to decrease until it says 1/4, just like that. Then you hit OK. And then when you're looking at the screen, I'll go over all these easier video, but this is just looking at this. So I got to change the F22 there. I got to change it to F56. Perfect, just like that. Now we're looking at here at the screen. Biggest thing is make sure this is flipped on. You can see the red light right there. And then I'm going to have Katie here stand right in front of me. Perfect. And then I'm going to have her do just like looking at me, just like that without smiling, making sure she's biting back on her back teeth right here. And then when you look right here, how I hold the camera, you want it sideways. Then you look through the lens and you'll push half down on your finger, and you want to look right at her eye, her right eye, and get it so the red light goes away, and then move the camera toward the center of her face, and then fully click down, and then that's about what you want to see on there, just like that. Okay, and now we're going to do a big exaggerated smile. Same thing, focus on her eye and then bring it to the center of her face. Perfect, just like that. Awesome. Now I'm going to have her turn and look to her left like that. And then same thing, relaxed face, biting down on her back teeth. Again, you're going to want to focus on the eye and then bring it back to about her ear. Perfect, and I'll give you examples of what all these pictures look like. And that's how you take the extra oral pictures. All right, so this is the setup that you're going to want when we're taking intraoral photos. You're going to want the mirror, the 2 cheek retractors, and then the big cheek retractor. And we'll go over then how to place those in the mouth. So now when we do intraoral pictures, we just got to change the mode. And like I said, this is going to be another little video going over this. I want to change this to f22 for in the mouth. Perfect, just like that. Alrighty, so first off, we're going to take these like this, where you get the wide ones right here. I'm going to open her up, have them put it in just like that, and now the patient has to do a little work for me. So the biggest thing I tell them is when they pull, they can't pull so far back and then that it makes it so then their lips cover the bottom of the gum tissue. You can see right there how that lip's covering the bottom of the tissue. So what I tell them is to bite down and then pull the cheek retractors out away from their face towards me. So let's see if she can do that. Perfect. So then I just have them hold right there and then just make sure that they're biting down. And then when you go to take the picture, you want to focus right on the center of the front tooth. Either one, doesn't matter. Right there, and then move to the midline, and then you want to take your picture, boom, just like that. And when you're looking through the camera, you want to make sure that you're what we call parallel with her occlusion. So where her teeth, the line of her teeth, that I'm running right parallel to that. And then our next one is, what I do is I'm going to turn her sideways like this. And then I'm going to take this hand, I'm going to hold this. I'm going to be the one to hold this. And then I'm going to tell her just bring that one a little bit to the center for me. So kind of like that right there. And just kind of relax. Because what it is, you got to think of the lips are kind of like a rubber band. And if you stretch them, hold up. If you stretch them too far, then I can't pull this back far enough. So what I mean is, so I'll pull this one, I'm going to slide over here like that. And what I want to do is I'm going to try to pull this as far back as I can. But if she's pulling on that side, then I can't pull it as far back. And so what you want to do is come in here. And what I'm trying to see is that first little bit of that back molar right there. And I want to come in. Again, I want to be right parallel with the occlusal plane. And I want to try to come as much as I can, so that I'm taking the picture right pretty much straight onto the premolars. What I don't want to have happen is if I turn, like back up a little bit so they can see, if I turn this like this to get that back, then I'm not really getting what her bite looks like. And I want to more, so I'm almost coming very perpendicular right to her teeth right there. And then focus on those premolars. And then boom, take the picture like that. And I'll show you all these examples. And then we're going to switch. I'm going to rotate her to the other side. Just like that. Same thing, just kind of relax on this side, and then I'm going to hold this one, and then I'm going to pull it back. So you can really see how much I pull back right there. If I just kind of relax, that's how much I'm pretty pulling back. You want to kind of go fast so you're not doing too much pain on them. Then focus right on those premolars right there, and boom, take the picture. Perfect. Alrighty, now we're going to do the top of the mouth. So first I take this and I take the wide portion like this. I have her open eye. Sometimes I need help to Get it in? Perfect. Then I have her put right up there to get the gums out of the way, all the gums out of the way. Now, a lot of times what people will do is they'll kind of pull and tilt it up like this. So I always tell them to kind of pull up and away, just like that. There we go. Then we take the mirror, open her up, kind of slide that in. And then have her put her chin down just a little bit, just so then it kind of helps you. And on this one, you want to focus on one side of the premolars. And then slide the camera so you're looking directly down the center. And then the last I'll say, open up as wide as you can. And boom. Perfect. Perfect. And then we're going to have her switch that to the bottom now. So she flipped it over. Now it goes to the bottom. Just like that. Have her hold it. And what I want to do is I want to be able to see this tissue down here as best I can. So I really got to have her pull like that. And then what I do is I slide this and I have her stick her tongue up. Say stick your tongue up. And then I kind of use the mirror to push the tongue back. I have her put her chin up for me as high as she can. I'm going to squeeze over here. And say open up as wide as you can. Perfect. Just like that. That's our pictures.